Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID. So please reach out to us, and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you. Okay, so the first question which we are going to ask is, what is Ansible, right? Is Ansible. So we say Ansible is a configuration management tool. Now, now configuration, next one, we understand the tool, save time, improve the productivity and stuff like that. We understand the management also. But what is configuration? So what age configurations here? Here, when I say configuration, we see configuration is a very broader keyword, very broader. You can say room configuration, AC configuration, TV configuration, a lot of configurations. So what configurations I'm talking about? So here we are talking about servers configurations. Okay. So using Ansible, you manage configuration for servers. Now next question which we have, what is there in server? What is there in the server? So we manage the configuration. So this questions, I think you know that what is there in the servers. We have a file, we have directory, we have user, we have a group, we have apt, we have yum, we have bash. So a lot of things we have in the configurations. So you want to change the configurations. You want to change the configurations which is there in server. So for that you are using Ansible. Are you understanding all of it? All of you?
Yeah,
Hello?
Rajesh.
Yeah. So now you will say, I can use other tools to change all this thing. For example, you can use Python also. You know, you can use Shell also. You can use Bash also. You can use Java also. So here, why Ansible? So these languages which you are talking about is not designed for managing all this configuration in the server at a parallelly. So here, as configuration servers, not one server, hundreds of server.
parallelly. So we want to change all this stuff in the thousands of server, hundreds of server parallelly. So these tools are not compatible with it. You can get it done. You have tried lots of program, but Ansible compared to batch script, PowerShell script, shell script, which will work only in the certain specific operating system, whereas Ansible works on everywhere. And Python, Java, and other languages, it's not easy to learn, implement, debug, share, and all stuff like that. So yeah, Ansible can and manage, you know, config of servers, config of servers more better way than other tools. The one which I talk about it is the servers. Okay, so this is the one of the major reason we are using. Ansible is designed for doing this work, designed for doing this. Okay, so if you talk about the other tools which is competing with Ansible, which we have a Chef, we have Puppet, we have um, Salt and all, but Ansible is a very leading software. So in a simple way, if I put it up in a diagram, so this is you, and this is the one of your machine, which is Ansible server. And using this, you can chain that hundreds of machine parallelly. So let's say you want to install something, remove something, copy something, download something, start something, stop something, all this thing parallelly. So if it is taking 5 minutes, each one of server's configurations. So because it's doing parallelly all the machines, hundreds of machines also will do the, it will take a five machines, 5 minutes. So this we call it a configuration management tool. You understanding all of you? Any questions?
Rajesh, one quick question. In
Yeah.
my organization, actually, to change any configuration like property files, they are using Ansible. So whenever we request like a log level change from debug to error, for that also, directly we can, previously we used to directly update in Bitbucket and request for redeployment. But recently they started using Ansible. They are asking to contact someone and they need to update and run that job something. It is taking so long. Only for
Yeah.
the error change, why do we need to go Ansible when we have the easy method directly updating in the Bitbucket and redeploying? Even through Ansible also, they have to update and run the job and redeploy. So I'm not sure, I'm not really getting what is the benefit out of that Ansible.
So here earlier how we were doing the deployment, let's say you want to change this file, how we were doing, how we were doing. Hello.
Yeah, directly updating those properties in the Bitbucket.
Good. So how many times you will update? So here there is a one thing we call it software, and there is one thing we call it configuration of this software. So probably what you were doing earlier, we were modifying in the Git and then pulling it changes each server, right? And then followed by starting, stopping, and then starting. Correct? Hello.
Yeah,
So when I hear your story, this is not a problem with Ansible. The problem is with the process actually. So here when you complete this session, I will tell you how Ansible you can configure at Jenkins. Okay, and you don't have to do this manual process or request someone. You just need to tell them, hey, I don't want it to come to you and you deploy manually. The moment I do the changes, automatically it should deploy and get the task done. So it's a process issues, which is a major issues in the DevOps. So Ansible can change these files in hundreds of machines parallelly, and you can also see that what has been deployed from one place. So I think process, if you change it for your organization, it will be easy for you. Okay. So if you want to change existing server, you need certain tools, and the tools we have Chef, Puppet, Ansible, and Salt. Out of which Ansible is most popular, and top of that, easy to learn, easy to debug, and so much. Okay, so Ansible is a configuration management tool. We call it a deployment tool also many times. Okay, so in terms of releases, they have a multiple release. One is Ansible, the one which I'm teaching you. I'll have a two class for this. Second one is Ansible AWX, and then third one is Ansible Tower. So these are the three software which we have for Ansible. So Ansible, this is the one which is command line and free. Ansible AWX, basically it's a tower. Let's talk about Ansible Tower is a UI and it's a paid actually. Now Ansible AWX is the Ansible Tower only, but Ansible AWX is basically non is a latest version of Tower which has not been tested. So that is available for free, but it's not been tested, so no support is there and it. So this is the something which we have. So in a nutshell, yeah, Ansible you can use to configure the server, large number of servers in one go, and this category of tool we call it configuration management tool. Are you understanding all of you? Hello?
Yeah, Rajesh.
Okay, so now next thing is how it works. How it works. So guys, here this is you, and this is Ansible control server. Okay, what we call it? Ansible control server. In short, I will call it ACS. And then Ansible control server, it uses Ansible remote server. Remote server, we call it ARS in short, and so on. So ACS has to be Linux only. Here ARS, it can be Linux also, and it can be Windows also. Linux, Windows. Okay, so it can be anything. ACS, Linux, ARS, Linux, Windows. Now in ACS, you install one software, and that is called Ansible. In here, you don't install, not applicable, nothing is required. Ansible, most of the time we call it agentless, so not required. Ansible, uh, here you write, so when Ansible ACS connect to the Linux. Here Ansible connect to the Linux using SSH. The protocol is SSH in case of Linux. When it is Windows, the protocol become WinRM. Okay, so that is the things. Now here an Ansible Python has to be installed. Okay, mind it. Python has to be installed. ACS, and which is there by default. You don't have to install it. In Linux, when you have Python need to be there, but it's if ARS is Windows, then here .NET and plus PowerShell should be there. Is also coming default nowadays. So this is the architecture, how it works and all. So what we need, guys, you need ACS Ansible. So when you install Ansible, you get few things which is executable, and then you get modules, then you get config file, and you get plugins. So when you install Ansible in the ACS server, then you get all these things. And then you need to understand playbook. Okay, playbook, and finally inventory file. So these are the things you need to understand that. So when you install the Ansible, many executables you will get it. Okay, which you can use it. Now what is a modules? So module is nothing but a code, Python code. Okay, Python code. Now what is plugins? Plugins is also Python code. What is a config file? Config file is you have to locate this at this location, ansible.cfg. Guys, here we have lots of executable. You have Ansible playbook, Ansible doc, Ansible vault, many utilities you have it over there. So you have a lots of utilities for it. So if you want to change the behavior of these utilities, then you specify in the config file. Because you can't change executable, so you modify this config file and it get overwritten. Are you understanding, all of you? All of you?
Can you repeat the last statement, Manish?
So what I said, here you get executables. Multiple executables is the exe file kind of it. Exe file typically we have in Windows, but visualize is for Linux. Okay. So Ansible is one executable. Ansible doc is another executable. Ansible playbook is another executable. Like that, multiple. I'll show you that in 5 minutes. So if you want to change, there are some values which is hard coded. Behaviors in executable. If you want to override it, then you can specify in Ansible CFG file. Are you understanding now?
Okay.
So now you will ask question, what is the modules and what is the plugins? I think by plugins you must be understanding. Plugins means additional feature. So this is a Python code for more for all features. Okay, and everything in Python in Ansible is a Python code in form of plugins, and you want to more feature, you have to install more plugins. This is the Python code. So now what is the modules? So now understand this Python code which is adding a feature to Ansible. Okay, all feature in Ansible. Ansible is a tool, and you want to add more features to it, so you add it. But modules means what? So Ansible module is nothing but the Python code which runs in ARS with parameters. I don't know how many of you have understood. Arguments, parameters. How many of you have understood? Where it runs? Modules?
Yeah.
ARS. Here, this machine. So this is the one module, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Example, there is one module which is called copy module. Copy module required source and destination. Right now, so source and destination is a parameter. Copy is a module. Understood? So this is like a code, Python code, which we call it a modules, which runs in ARS. So like that, we have thousands of modules in Ansible actually. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Sounds
So
similar like a add-on, because you say copy is like a functionality, right? So add-on also it's like a functionality, new functionality.
plugins is a feature for the tool, but
Okay.
modules, which is a things to do in ARS server.
Okay.
Example, package usually install and git, something like that.
Okay.
So like that. Okay. So this all you get it when you install Ansible. I'll show you. Now next thing is playbook. What is a playbook? So playbook is YAML file. I'll discuss in detail about the playbook at a high level. I'll be explaining it to you. So playbook is a YAML file. Then you'll say, Rajesh, what it contains. So this contains module 1, module 2, module 3, but with parameter and all. Understood? At a high
Yes.
level. So whatever you want to do in the ARS, there is a module for it. Copy module. These all are modules actually. File module, dir module, user module, group module, apt module, yum module, bash module. So apt module, install it. User create, edit, delete. File create, edit, delete. All this thing, yum bash module will run some script code, bash code, Linux code. So these are the modules. So here in playbook, whatever the modules you want to run it, you specify module and with their parameters. Put it in YAML format. I'll teach you, don't worry, it's very simple and good to go. That means their playbook will run in your ARS server. Are you understanding all of it?
So YAML file will be in ARS server or what? It will be in ACS server, right?
No, this all will be in ACS server. Ansible will be in ACS. Playbook will be in ACS. Inventory also will be in ACS. But this will run in ARS based on the instruction.
Okay, but we need to mention the ARS server name in the along with the module name, right?
So that is for that we have inventory.
Okay.
I'm putting all this thing in a very simple way. Okay, I don't want you to get lost in this. So there one things can be done in 5 ways in Ansible. So that's okay. So what is inventory? So inventory, I'll put it in a very simple way. List of IP address of ARS. Are you understood now? So here, let me create one more image. So this is your ACS. This is ACS, and this is you. Okay, so here this is the multiple ARS server, Windows, Linux, I don't know. So here first thing when you install Ansible, you get, this is the Ansible installed, you get executable, modules, plugin, and config file. Okay, config file, I'll keep it here. And then you got the playbooks. Playbooks has all the modules which you want to run in the ARS. And you got the inventory. So what you do, you say Ansible, hey Ansible, take the list of IP address here, script from here, pass through this configuration, transform it, and run in each ARS server parallelly. And whatever the status report, send it to me. That's all. Understood, all of you?
This
Yes.
config where you are putting it, Rajesh? Config alone
In
is
the same
same
machine, but it will be referred last moment
okay.
before sending the request to transform it.
Okay, so it is not in ARS server. It is still in the same.
Nothing is in ARS, nothing in
Okay.
ARS.
Okay.
Now you'll say what should be in ARS? I told you here. Python, if it is ARS Linux, if it is a Windows, .NET and PowerShell, and protocol is for Windows WinRM and Linux SSH default. Multiple protocol is there, but don't want you to get lost in that stuff. All of you? Hello? Are you understanding?
Yes.
So let me ask you one question. If I ask you to copy one file, so will you write a script or you will just run a command? Tell me what you will do.
Yes. Run command.
Run command because it's easy, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Huh? So I want to show you one thing. Probably it will set your, you know, mindset. Just a second. So you only said, so if there is one thing we can run command rather than a script. So yes, we can write a playbook file. That's very easy. But before that, I want you to write a command. So that command in Ansible, we call it Ansible ad hoc commands. So look at the flow. It will be easy for you. Okay. Look at this. Ad hoc commands. So I want to do one task in one machine. So ad hoc is more than sufficient. I want to do one task in one remote machine. Ad hoc command is okay. One task if you want to do and multiple remote machine using inventory. Inventory means just now I said list of IP address. So you can use ad hoc. And if you want to do one task in multiple remote machine using group on inventory, ad hoc. But here When to use playbook? Let's look at this. If you want to do multiple tasks, then you use playbook. Okay, so this way it will be easy for you to understand what should be used and when. Are you understanding, all of you? When to use playbook? When you want to run multiple tasks. Look at the playbook here. They have a multiple task. So then we write a playbook. But if you want to run one thing, ad hoc command is good. Are you understanding, all of you?
But where do you put the ad hoc command? It's still in the same playbook, right?
See, same machine, other machine using inventory, all this thing. Okay, so this is the flow of learnings which you can do. So now let's have some project, some assignment. So my manager came to me and he said, set up a web server. That's all. That is a task project. He has given it to me. Now what I will do, I will convert into the pseudocode. So step number one, I have to install Apache server. Now my operating system right now is Ubuntu. So I will use Ubuntu considering this. So step number two, copy index.html file. Step number three, start the services. So like that, whenever you get any assignment project, you convert into step. Let's say if you don't convert and you simply say, no, I have a project, I want solution, then it's a wrong approach. You'll never able to do the coding in DevOps. So in real time, you will have a 50-50 task like that. Also, you need to check the task before starting a service. Copy should happen, dependencies. Before copy install should happen, dependency. So dependency mapping you have to do. So right now I'm doing at the very small level, but you have to do that at the large level also for the large project. Are you understanding, all of you? Hello.
Yes.
So now once you have a pseudocode in place, now you have to locate that modules. So first thing, let me install the Ansible. That's a very first thing. So in this machine, I was using this machine morning for some app dynamics. Some has some problem in the morning. So I'm using the same machine for Ansible. Ansible is installed or not? No. Python is installed or not? Python should be there by default.
Python which version you go? Python 3.
Python is also not there. Python 3 is there. That's good. So that's what we need, Python 3. Okay, so Python 3 is there. So how do we install the Ansible? Yeah, Ansible. So I'll just go to the Google, though you can refer my tutorials also. Install Ansible Ubuntu. Okay. So this is the official documents. If you want my document, just type DevOps School, and these are the tutorials will be mine here. But I'm not using CentOS, so other. So I'll just go for official documents. So you'll have a habit of it. So this is Ubuntu. This is the stuff. So let me run this quickly. Install the Ubuntu. Ansible. And so guys, I installed Ansible. So can we check that executables, modules, config files, plugins? Can we check this? So here, let it come.
It comes in the path where you are installing it, Rajesh, or it takes a default path.
Default path. Okay, so it's done. Which Ansible? So all the executables gone to here slash ANSI star. Here, these all are Ansible executable. I was talking about, right? So for ad hoc, we use this one. For running the playbook, we use this one. Few more are there. For Vault is here. So this is a executable. Where is the modules? So I will just ask -h version if you do. I'm trying to find out that, but it's not coming. Wait a second. I think it got changed. Mm,
double hyphen.
it used to come. Even maybe I forgot that command or something. I want to show you one environment variable. Yeah. So this is the one. I don't know. They should name it properly. Version and V. It's confusing. So now here modules plugin config file. So see here. This is the config file. You can check this out. So anything you want to change of executable, you can change it. Right now, nothing is there. So if you find nothing, complete documentation you can find here. And each of these based on your requirement, you can read it. So many options are there. One by one, you can read it. So this is a config file. Here we have a modules, and here locations, here we have plugins. So let me go to this system location. Two locations is not exist, so just you can ignore it. This is the system locations. All the module plugins will be here. If you do that, these all are plugins. All the modules will be here under the modules directory. See, py, all this Python. Okay, so like that. Many more modules are there, different locations. But the idea is to not confuse you too much, but get started. Did you understand this, all of you? Hello.
Yeah, Rajesh.
Okay, so I'm not writing a playbook. Why? Because we discussed. First, we will try with the ad hoc commands. These are the other
Where is the
projects.
inventory, Rajesh? Inventory is in the same.
This one is not created so far.
Okay.
I just install Ansible. Okay. So now what to do? So these are the steps. I told you thousands of modules are there. How do we in Ansible? How do we get started? So that's the reason I said pseudocode should be there. If you don't have a pseudocode, don't expect Ansible do for you. You have to do your own work. So the question is, I don't know any module which will install Apache in Ubuntu. So I have one pattern to search. If you can use it, it will be saving your time. What is that? Simply I go to the Google, I'll type Ansible module for installation package. Ansible module for copying files. Ansible module for running a script. Ansible module for services. Ansible module for this. Ansible module for that. This is my pattern and I am successful in it. So here yum, this will work with CentOS, so no. Here we have a global package, this will work. Generic OS package. In fact, this will work apt. You can use this one or this one. So let's go for this one. Now you will read it this one. Don't rush. You have to build that understanding. So you have to read this. And here I said parameters, remember? Param. So they have given you the list of table for with the parameters. And as I said, Ansible has thousands of modules. Don't focus on all of it. Whatever you required, focus on it. So each module, these are the parameters we have, but not all are required. Okay. So wherever it's required, they will be having required tag required. Okay. So required will be there. Find it. So here, don't have to worry about it. So this is the parameter. This is the type of value. And this parameter got added in the version 2.17. Mine is right now 3 point something or 2.9 or something. I forgot actually. So let me check this. What is the version? Hmm. Hmm. So version is 2.12. So that's a Ansible version, core version. Okay. So this got added in core 2.13. Okay. This got added recently actually. That means I don't have a latest version. 2.12. Okay, this is not there. Yeah. So this got added here. This got added here. So like that, you see. And what is the parameters value? Boolean true false. And here default means if you don't specify, you just for specify this one, this will automatically take it up default. So this is the way to understand each module. There is no other workaround for it. Though with a little bit habit, it will become a simple for you. Okay. So here I identify apt module, copy module, and service module. So did you understand that? How did you find a module? All of you? Hello?
No, Rajesh. No,
Okay, so what is your question?
I don't understand.
No, what you don't understand. You have to tell me specifically, no?
These module concept, I don't understand.
Okay, so start from scratch. Module When you get it, when you install Ansible. Second point, what is module? Python code. How many modules you have? 1,000 modules. These codes runs where? ARS. Each module required parameter, like example, source and destination for copy module. So are you okay with so far?
Yes.
Second phase.
Rajesh, this thousands of modules will get installed, or like we will have default number of modules get installed?
No, all those modules you will have it. But the question is, you don't know the list of modules.
Okay, yeah.
So actually, I'll tell you that list of modules also, but I don't want you to go and get lost, because see, all these categories of modules are here, this one and this one. But don't get lost, because the moment you see too many things, your mind start getting, I mean, hesitant from the learning actually. Because so I just said 1,000 modules, but you don't need 1,000 modules. How many modules you need depends on your project. So whenever you get a project, convert into the pseudocode. For each pseudocode, you will have to find that module. So how do you find a module? Take a use of Google. This you remember, and that this is your work. And you will get a module name here. Package module, apt module. Let's say installing, copying a file. So here, this is the module. See, built-in copy module. Uh, a script, running a script, running a script. So here,
Hello, Rakesh.
tell me.
So one question I have, so depending on say my requirement, so if I want copy module or install package module, how can I know which module is available for what functionality? Like the documentation is there on the site. Or
Yeah, this I said you don't need to know all modules. What I'm trying to
no, no,
say, I
I don't need to know all modules, but suppose I need to use some particular functionality. So how I
so
can
that's
find
what
out which module is there?
saying. Ansible
Yes.
module for common, and put your requirement here.
Oh, okay.
Why I'm saying it? Because if you go through this, it's a too irritating work. Each module, let's say file
Oh,
itself, you see, now too much of reading and you get irritated. You lost the interest learning and doing the stuff. Getting points?
So,
okay.
Rajesh,
Got it.
suppose if I want to update some JVM arguments on all the servers, I have so many JVMs. So, which module
Huh.
I can pick?
So think logic, pseudocode. So you want to update JVM module. Now, sorry, JVM parameter. So this parameter can be set in the environment variable, Tomcat also, and JBoss also. Correct now?
Yeah, yeah.
Correct. So environment means, okay, so I need a module for environment variable for adding environment. So here you have, sorry, module. So you'll have a module for everything. Okay. Think pseudocode and you will have a module. See here. Getting my points?
Yeah.
So like that, you have to find the right module and then get it done. Tomcat, you have to modify files. So there is a file module. No, sorry, file operations. So here modules, file module is there. JBoss, again, you have to modify certain file of JBoss. So like that. Getting my points? You can set the environment using bash module also. So bash module, script module. So these are the bash shell module. Thousands of modules are there for each and every work. But you need to know, don't try to learn every modules. You'll get lost. Only try to find the modules which will do your work. Are you understanding my concept? Hello?
Yeah, Rajesh.
Okay, so now I found out my modules. Okay. This is the pattern I used, I found out. But now next challenge is, what is a parameter for it? I don't know. So yes, mind it guys, when you are coding, for example, when you're coding using apt Ansible, okay, so you need to know the system well. So you need to know service well, copy well, and apt well. So it will be helpful for you. So now I think here apt modules. So I will decide what I want and what I don't want based on the reading. You know, over the period of time, you'll get attached to it. So every time there is a one thing which you have to decide, state. State means what to do. So apt state, it can be install also. Look at this here. It can be install also, latest, present, fixed, delete. So these are the things. If you don't pass anything, present, default. Explanations are here. State. Rest of the option depends on you're required or not required. So here I want to install apt state latest. Latest I want to install it. But I have to provide the package name. Just like command line, you do apt and what? You do install git. So here you did install, which is state. Package name git. So here you have to specify name. So this way I'll look for it and you have to read it. And here, do we have a name somewhere? Here, I was scrolling very fast. Name. You can use package also, pkg also. Both are same. All three same. So name is equal to Apache 2 that I know in Ubuntu. So this way you build the logic. Copy src because I've been working, so I got memories for it. Src index.html from the current location. And what is the locations in the I think var var www html, correct now? So this should be destination. Okay, so here if you see that, go to the copy module and here you see all the parameters. So destination is required and source should be here. Okay, this is the source. Logic is important. Build the logic. Here pack service. So which one? So service. I remember that's the name of the service. So I directly hitting it, but you will Google it. Okay. So service. These are the parameter. Name of the service. What is the service? I know that Apache 2 only. And what you want, start, stop. What you want, state. And here you want restart it. Guys, that way, see, you had a project, you convert into pseudocode. For each pseudocode, you got a one module, located one module, and their parameters. And this is a offline work. Don't jump to the coding directly. You saw that I have never jumped to, though I could have done it in 5 minutes, but I never jumped to that because before coding, you have to do some homework, and that is needed actually. So my homework is completed. Are you comfortable with it? Hello, guys, are you there?
Yeah, for each module, there are so many parameters. How do I pick like which are required? It is there are
Hmm.
like so many
I know that.
parameters. It's bit
Huh,
con.
I yeah, I know that. That's a way, but this is the way we'll have to do that. That's what I said. You have to look at the required option, and sometimes logic is required. For example, I've been running this command very long time, copy command also, apt command also. I know that these are the few things required. Rest of the options can be passed, depends on this thing. So that is where you have to read it. There is no run away first time, but over the period of time you get a habit. For example, for this one, uh, here it's required. So this, you if you want to use this module, this is required. The rest of the module is optional. That but default is set. So here if you see that nothing is default, nothing is default. That means if you don't use this one, nothing will happen. It will not start, it will not stop also. Same way. But here is required. So this is the way you have to use it. Okay, so now coming back to main point. So the flow is what we decided. I will write a ad hoc commands which will install the things in one machine first. So how do we write it? So here ad hoc commands start with Ansible. If you're running the playbook, Ansible hyphen playbook. Playbook I'm not running now, so I'll just remove it. Ansible, where do you want to run it? In a local host, one machine. What you want to run it? I don't know. So I will ask Ansible. Ansible, can you please tell me what are the parameters? So I'll just type here Ansible. And guys, these are the readings you have to do one time. It's very simple, but I know that the moment we see so many options, we get irritated feeling. Don't need to worry about it. Convert your mind into the sections, saying that okay, there is a one section. I type Ansible. There is one section here. There is one section here. There's one section here. There is a one section somewhere down here. Okay, so these are the section. If you see that this section is for escalating your privileges, because ultimately you will do that in the remote machine. This section, if you see, optional arguments, so many options we have, and these are the same arguments. Help. So now I will ask, hey, I want to run to where? So here I decided I will run in the local host. So if you see that here, Ansible, and here positional parameter Ansible, and then you will get a host pattern. So here it can be local host also. It can be inventory also. Inventory, the one which I did not discuss so far. So I'll go with the local host because my flow is first local host. If the code is working in a one machine, the same code will work in 10 machines. Simple concept. Now I want to run the module, apt module. How do I run it? So I will ask Ansible, hey, how can I provide the module? So I read it with the calm mind, and here I see -m module name. So here -m module name apt. I give it. But module name has a certain parameters. I will ask Ansible, hey Ansible, can you tell me how can I pass parameters? I will read it with a cool mind, and here module arguments, and here -a arguments, and basically these are the parameters. Okay, this is something which you do that. Are you understand? Hello, are you understanding? Hello.
Yes, sir.
That's all.
Rajesh.
Your ad hoc command is clear. So here the screen. Mind it, guys. Here Apache 2 is not installed. Let me confirm it in this machine. No. Enter. And now, guys, look at this. Got installed. Mind it here. The same command which I run for localhost. Here, if you place the inventory, it will run in the hundreds of machines parallelly as per the image. I'm running in the same machine right now. Now next thing, which module? Copy module. Third module, service module. And copy module, the file has to be there in the current location. Let me create vi index.html and welcome, save it. It says destination is required. I put it up, no? Oh, see my mistake. A dest, dest. The dest, which was argument, which was required. And now, guys, if you see here, change true. If I run one more time, change false. Why? Because Ansible is having idempotency. If something has been done, Ansible will check if it is done or not in the past. If there is no changes in the source location, it will not do in the destinations. So it's intelligent, idempotent functionality, we call it. And this one, see, done. So now you have these three things, you did it using ad hoc commands. So here we completed this one. Understood all of you? Hello?
Yes, Rajesh. But Rajesh, the one thing is how we can use the inventory.
I'm coming back to no, one by one. But whatever we cover, are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. So now you see the power of Ansible. See, I know that when I started Ansible 10 years before, I was also frustrated. Thousands of module, and each module you have 20 of arguments, parameters. But the reality is the documentations, if you get a habit of it, you will get to it. And on the real time, you hardly use 100 modules, not thousands of module. Okay. So it's like that. Are you understanding all of you? So that's the reason
Yes.
I ask you to develop the pseudocode. Before you develop a pseudocode, you will not get lost. Otherwise, you see your project and you give up saying that, hey, Ansible is very fast. But actually, Ansible is very simple. Okay. The approach you have to stick to the one which I suggested. After that, once you practice with my approach, after that, you develop your own approach. And in fact, if you want to share with other people also, you can share. Okay, so whatever the project you get it, you convert into pseudocode. Each pseudocode you find the right module. For each right module, you will find the right parameters, and then here. So now, how can I use the same method, same ad hoc commands to run hundreds of server? So then the second thing which is coming into the picture, and that is called inventory. So inventory is nothing but a file which has a list of IP address. Okay, so I'll create a file. Let me create it. Vi inventory and the file here. Now, what is IP address? So IP address, I have one right now. This one I'm using. And here, second IP address faking out. Okay.
Hello.
Third IP address. Yeah, tell me.
Hi, Raj.
Yeah.
So what's the location of inventory file?
Any location, whichever you like it. While passing it, you can give the
No, no,
path of
I'm
it.
the path line of the inventory file. Asking.
Default path.
Yes.
Default path will be etc ansible host. This file is a default, but I'm not using it ever. I use my own file and I create it just like this in front of you. Okay.
Okay.
The name of the file, I keep it inventory itself. So that way I remember. Okay, good. So now guys, this is the file. How do we transform the same command to run in multiple machines? So let's do that. Here instead of localhost, I inventory. Okay, this is the one. But guys, this will not work. This would, sorry, not work. Why? The reason is when you specify inventory, you have to tell whether you are, do you want to run all the inventory, which I have a 3 machines, or specific machines. So here we call it a group. What we call it? Group, 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 group. So one group which is default, which is given all, and no group. Three group we have a default. Okay, all, no group, and one more. I'm not able to recall the name. Let me find out. Ansible inventory default group. I think Google is hating me nowadays. Hmm. Yeah. So all very difficult to find. Hmm. Is here all ungrouped. Okay, and one more ungrouped, which is a part of no group. Okay, there's a two only. So two only. I think three. It was my confusion. So all and ungroup. So this is the group which is given by it. So what is a group basically? So in inventory, in the real time, you may have a hundreds of server. You don't want to run this module in hundreds of server. So what to do? So you convert the inventory into the group. So let me create a group here. So you'll understand that. Custom group. Very easy. So this is the all means all machines. So how can we convert into this? So here the group name web, you have to use a square bracket, and here all this paste it. Now one more group I'll create, a DB server, and here another machines will be 4.5.6.7 fake IP address. Okay. Now because I have created a group, I don't need this and stuff. Okay. So here I have a one group which is called web. 3 servers is there. There is one group DV servers. I have a 2 servers. If I say all, 5 servers. So this is the group concept. Are you understanding, all of you? Hello.
Yeah, Rajesh.
Yes.
Here what I will do, I'll just run this command here, and I will consider all, which is a default group. If I do all, that will try to run 5 machines, out of which 4 machine is fake one. It will fail. Yes. Now these are the problems we have. So it says permission denied. See here, unreachable, permission denied, unreachable, no connection, no connection, no connection, no connection. So 5 machines you have it. This is a genuine problem. This is the machine itself is not there. So what do we do in this case? So I can run web servers, let me see the group name, web, right? Yeah. So web, you can also use web. In the web, we have three machines. Web, we have three machines. Clear the screen and one machine. Wait for it, second and third. Are you understanding, all of you? Hello? Hello?
Can you explain
Yes.
this all concept once again, Rajesh? Where do you put all?
All all is a default. It's not I put it.
Okay.
Any machines which is available in the inventory, which is a part of any group, is considered all. Ungrouped means that machine is a part of no group. Custom group means here I created in front of you two custom group. Here this is web servers, this is the DB servers. Understood?
Yeah. How do you mention that group name while executing? Uh,
Here.
okay. Instead of all, we should put web.
Yeah.
But all is a
Yes.
command. We need to mention it, right? In case if we are not specifying any group.
You have to specify all.
So
Tell
in
me.
the web only that three IP address will get executed.
Correct, because it has a 3 IP address only, right?
We can mention multiple groups also.
Yeah. I created for you only visualize yourself. In one group, you can have hundreds of machines, and in the inventory file, you can have hundreds of group. So I created
No,
two
but
fake one.
while giving the command, we can give like two groups at time, right?
You can give it. That is also possible. So here, let's say if you want to specify two group, comma, list, remember, eh, server, other group. This is another group.
Thank
Okay. So now the problem is, now there is a problem which is genuine problem. Others are fake IP address, but here is a problem. Permission denied. So mind it, here what is happening? This Ansible is trying to execute the command in a different machine. So when you are running in the different machine, IP address, networking if you are using, so you have to use authentication also, because last time I did not use authentication because it's a local host. So guys, authentications again, we have a different way. So you SSH, right now I'm working with the Linux to Linux. So SSH, we have a username, password, and username key. You can use this one. This is authentications. Okay. Now authorization means become, means sudo means become. In Ansible we call it become. Okay. Sudo with password. Sudo, I don't know how many of you try all this combination, but don't want to confuse you. Sudo with username, different username and password. So these are the, in Linux we have authentications, authorizations. Now we'll say, where do you see these options? So I'll ask Ansible only. Ansible, tell me where I can see. So Ansible -h. My keyword is not really good. I have to replace it. So here guys, here you see connection option, authentication option. So username and password. So you see here username and password. For that we have to use, I know that -k, but I'm not able to locate it. Are you able to locate it? No, it's not coming. And username and key. So username is here and key is here. So this is authentication. There's other SAP and all stuff like that. Just ignore it. Now, second thing, authorization. So I'll become a sudo. How can you become sudo? So here you see -b. Read this. If you want to become a sudo with a user, if you want to become with a sudo with the user and password, so all these options are there. Okay, so right now for me, I have a password or key. So I have a key which is given by AWS, but what I will do, I will set up a password. So just a second, let me set up a password. So enable the password authentication first. So etc and Rajesh123. Rajesh123. What happened? Rajesh123. Rajesh123. Done. So guys, this we understood. So let's try. So I'm going to same command and here web web inventory. Here -u is the username Ubuntu. Password -k prompting. By the way, password you can embed in this file also. And what is this? -b for become. So this option for authentication authorizations. Then can I run it now? Look at it. Clear the screen. Rajesh123. One machine it will be success. Second and third will be failed. Same way. So guys, now you can visualize that if you change the inventory file, hundreds of servers. So this same command will install Apache in hundreds of server. Don't you think so? All of you? Hello?
Yeah, Raj.
So this is the power of
Yes.
ad hoc command. So what we did all this thing using ad hoc commands. Any questions so far?
Yeah, Rajesh, if you're going for like unraised servers, how do you know which are all the server it's failed? You keep on checking the logs. That's the only way.
This is the you will have this one. By the way, this you can transfer the logs into the some log file also. So log file Ansible enter, and here you have some log file L log. Where is it? Uh, Option is there. Mm, and this is the verbose mode. You keep adding it -v. So verbose mode. Module name. Not able to quickly locate, but there is one option to write into the file. You can also do if you're not getting it. So something like this also you can do that, and 11.log. This is also you can do that.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
More questions, guys?
So this one dot log should be in each and every Ansible command at the end of the, say inventory. I mean, each and every.
So are you not liking this multiple commands?
No, I wanted like log for each command or like log in general, like one log where all the output
Huh,
comes.
so so if you want like that, you have to migrate into playbook.
Okay.
Got it now? Problems will get you solutions. Okay. So guys, this is Ansible and this is inventory file, and I use ad hoc commands for getting all these tasks done. Playbook, which is the last topic, which we'll cover in the next session. So you guys practice it. I'll share some ad hoc commands assignment, and then you can practice it. And next day we'll have a half day session on, 2 hour session on playbook, and after that we'll have some more tools also. Will that be okay for everyone?
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.